Alrighty then, guess who is back? Hello and welcome to the Destiny Podcast, formerly known as Three Stooges and a Guest, now being known as Four Guardians and a Guest. So we got promoted. This is episode 3. With me, as always, I have VA,
Yes, I know how to drive a stick.
Selena,
Meow meow.
and BC.
They used to call me Crazy Joe.
You're getting better every week. Okay, our special guest this week is a big fan of the show and a big member of our family. I can't wait to have this go down. Dreadman walk in, Dimdread. How are you doing, Dread?
I'm doing just fine.
You sound so enthused, like we woke you up or something.
Oh god. We're starting now? Oh man. I thought we
Classic
just
Dim.
talked for like an hour. That was the podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that. Okay, so again, we don't have Discord up and running yet. So we were in the tower last week doing emotes for an hour, and we have an award that I give out every week for the best emote. And Dread, as a guest today, you were actually on our fire team in the tower last week, so you are eligible to win. You're not going to, but you are eligible.
I'm not going to. I know that.
Drum roll, please.
I never thought I would win anything.
This Guardian did a
Coming
bunch
on
of
a
emotes,
podcast.
but there was a time where this Guardian was like standing still for like 20 minutes. And I noticed it right away, and it looks like everybody, the other 5 of us around that person, was trying way too hard to win the contest. So the award for the best emote goes to VA for just standing there. That was the best one I saw.
So, the best
Nice.
emote is
She stood
not
there
an
with that
emote.
sword for so long.
Oh, wait. Oh, it was an emote.
It was awesome. Nice
With
job,
the flaming
VA. That was
sword.
that
Thank
was
you.
genius. That was absolute genius.
I have to admit, I changed one of my emotes to match up with your emote. You had a flaming sword.
We have-
I had
Yep.
a fencing sword. Yeah.
We have 3
Fencing
honorable
foil,
mentions. 2 of them are Selena. Selena, when you took the marshmallow and took it off VA's sword and then off my staff, that was pretty funny. And you also pulled out the hunter flag at one time. I thought you were trying to favor the judges because you know what a hunter. I appreciate hunters so much. And the other one was mine by accident. I was doing the "You shall not pass" flaming thing in the ground. It has like flames coming up from the bottom. Then when I hit my dance, the flames didn't go away. So it looks like my dancing was kicking up flames. It was so hot. But no, VA had it all the way.
I really do like when emotes can cross over into each other. It makes for fun.
I like
that's
that.
one of my
That's always fun.
that's one of my favorite things. I like to when I used to use my weightlifting one. I would
Did he
dance
go
with
to
it, and I
a
would
dance?
with the
Did he keep the
weights.
barbells in his hands while he danced? That was awesome. Okay, up next is the interview part of the show, and that's all BC. BC?
Well, they used to call me Crazy Joe, and now I'm going to ask you questions. So we're going to start off. Hold on. Let me get my interviewer chair.
Nice.
You have second cards next to you?
There we go. I'm gonna find that one. I'll find something. We got fire. That's right, fire. That's okay. So I got a couple of questions for you, Dim. First off, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hopefully you enjoy yourself and be willing to come back. Only if you're good, though. We don't want you if you're
I'll
good.
try to be good.
Try to be awake.
So the first question I have for you is, what actually interested you in Destiny and keeps you coming back?
The first time that I heard about Destiny, it was maybe a trailer or something along those lines, maybe just like a promotion art or something. And I thought it was such a cool idea to have like an RPG shooter. And I haven't really played any before Destiny that were of this kind of genre. I know they get so diluted over time, somebody would be like, oh, this is a first-person shooter, but it has so many other aspects that they borrowed from other genres of gaming, so I thought it was interesting in that aspect that Bungie was coming out with something that was akin to the game they formerly made, Halo! Everybody's favorite game, Halo 2. But I thought it was the coolest thing.
So you said it was a trailer. Was it like the visual like moon trailer, or was it gameplay,
I think it
or
was the one where they were on the moon, yeah, and they were like, "Oh, this is your playground," and then I started researching into it. I didn't have like internet access at my house, being a young teenager. I would go to the library and I would be looking up stuff about this game, and I was like, "Man, this game sounds pretty cool." And I thought it was interesting how Bungie, they used to make a Xbox exclusive, but now they were making an exclusive for Sony. It was interesting
okay?
because I was a fan of the Halo games until Halo 4, and then I stopped playing them.
Okay. I can understand that going through Halo and
So
everything.
there was a what would you call it? Like an absence in a game that I enjoyed
It
in
left a
that time of
void in
life.
my life.
Yes.
Now we need the small violins.
Hmm.
Tears. Okay.
Tiniest violin.
Yes, the tiniest violin. Um, all right. So, do you have any pets?
Do I have
I
any
know,
pets?
yeah, I know a
I
couple
used
of
to have
us.
a goldfish.
Funny enough, VA is her emote is petting a cat. Selena, we can tell she's all about cats through her name.
She is a cat.
So, just do you happen to have any pets? Uh,
It's funny you would ask such a question because
What's the
I
name?
actually have a dog,
oh,
and I got this dog pre-COVID lockdown, just
okay,
before though, and
okay,
I've always loved Destiny for a long time. Probably here talking to you guys because I love the game that you guys probably have
You're
a lot of
willing
feelings
to.
about. But I was trying to think of a name for the dog, and I was going down this list with my girlfriend. She's like, "No, I can't really remember, but they were game related and or Destiny related." But then I said, "How about Luna?" And
ooh,
everybody knows Luna in Destiny 2 because
okay,
of the infamous gun, the Luna's Howl.
okay,
But
Oh, and Dog's
I would
Howl.
say, yeah,
Wow, I just got
yeah.
that.
But I mean, not everybody would probably know the backstory to Luna's Howl.
mm.
If
So
you
so
actually
you're
look
into
into the
lore and
lore,
reading into it, okay?
yeah, I do like the lore of this game. It's really interesting. But if you haven't looked into the lore of the Luna's Howl weapon, you should look it up. In short, it's basically like a Destiny 2's version of John Wick. There's a guy, he loses his dog, he takes his anger out in the Crucible,
Oh.
and then he goes to get revenge. So it's really cool. Look into it. It's kind of hard to find the right pieces of gear to look at because that's the lore in Destiny is kind of cryptic and you have to dig a lot. But there's people online who already do that for you. If you've ever looked at a My Name is Bife video, he's got a couple,
Yes.
but he does have one that goes over pretty much everything that we know about uh, Joseph and Luna. That was their names. It's pretty cool. There's
Aw.
actually, if you go to the moon and you go to the Vex Gate where you enter the garden at, you can
Uh-huh.
actually find a collar from Luna set up like maybe a memorial. So it's a pretty good little Easter egg if you want to go check that out.
As much as I've played this game and read into the lore and everything like that, I've never actually found that. Yeah, I think when this is over, I'm headed to the moon.
It's
I,
pretty
Welcome
I want to
to
cool.
see
welcome
it.
to story time with Uncle Dread.
And I mean, I really do like the lore of this game, and I've been trying to get Selena and Mish, our other friend who hasn't been on the podcast yet, but I'm sure you'll have him on this eventually, if he
Eventually.
agrees.
If you
But
don't get canceled.
if anybody in this fire team right now hasn't read the Book of Sorrows, you need to go online and read those things because they are really good. These books were written by Oryx.
Yes, I've actually read the Book of Sorrows. I use Ishtar If you go to Ishtar, you can look up the different lore books. Not the app, of course. The
The
app
Ishtar
is,
Collective is the
yeah,
site.
Nice.
exactly.
Nice, nice.
Ishtar Collective, the site. I've used that site multiple times to read up on the lore books. It's got a really nice interface. Not to plug anything, it's just personal. It's got a really nice interface to go through the lore books. It's great. I know this is a little bit of a sidebar, but extra question. Here we go. How do you feel about them finally kind of installing the lore books into the game where we can actually read them? I know in D1 and at the beginning of D2, it was a really big issue that you could only read the lore outside of the game, but they've started putting it into the game. They put it in, and you can get it and read it more than just the cards that you receive on the weapons. How do you feel about that since you seem to be into the lore?
I think it's awesome personally, but here's the but. When I sit down and I want to play the game, I'm not getting on here to read a bunch of books, man. So I think it should have been something that was in the game when they made it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But am I going to take advantage of that? No. Maybe when I'm bored, I'm going to get on my phone and I'll look it up on like a website, like you said. There's an app. I'd never tried that app, but I would always read on, I think it's a Destiny Wikipedia-esque kind of thing.
Okay.
Kind of, the website's kind of structured in the same way. It's probably crowdsourced, but I read a lot of lore on that website. But when I'm sitting down in my chair in front of my TV, I'm trying to game, so I'm not going to be reading much on the actual game. But I do like the idea, and it should have already been in the game. They shouldn't have had to add it.
Here, here.
Really funny side note on my part. So I, my son, Tardis, he was our very first guest in the podcast, actually plays the game, and he likes to read, and he likes some of that stuff. So for Christmas, I bought him a Destiny Grimoire. So he actually has a hardback cover of
I'm super jealous.
some lore.
That's pretty neat.
I've been
But the
eyeballing
funny
those
thing
for
is,
so long.
the funny thing is I bought it for him, and then shortly after I bought it for him, they input it into the game, and one of the triumphs is you got a digital version of the grimoire to read. And I'm like, I just bought that one for him. So, but yeah, it was quite interesting and fun. But yeah, I personally, I think they're great. The one I got on the pictures, the artwork that is in it is great, and of course, you get the lore from the game that we are here because it brought us all together. So,
It did. Next question.
next question: if you could put anything on a billboard, in game or advertisement in game or in real life, um, what would you put on that billboard? Like, what do you think would be
Four Guardians and a
significant enough
guest,
to
Monday
you?
nights at 8.
I mean, Shady, that would be great billboard. That would be a great billboard. But what, would be even better? If there was just this billboard, like on a busy intersection, maybe where there's an interchange between highways or something, that just said Shady Vale 35, and it had a live counter of your kills and hours played.
Okay, I was thinking maybe like a big billboard in an intersection says you're going the wrong way.
So your billboard. So let me get this straight, because I feel like you're coming from my place, my position, because Shady likes to tote me as his biggest fan, but you want to sit up here and you want to if you could make a billboard, you would want to have a live counter of Shady's kills as your billboard.
Honestly, I cannot think of one thing that I would like more than that.
Kiss
That's
ass.
it. I'm done.
Like, can you think of a better idea? Think of a better idea right now.
Kiss ass, kiss ass.
Oh my
You're already on the show,
God.
Dread. You're already on the show.
If anybody can think of a better billboard idea, I will pay them $50.
Oh my god.
I'm so done. I'm done. There it goes.
Fudge,
Okay,
fudge,
so
fudge.
I guess I have to relinquish my title as
Biggest
Shady's
fanboy.
biggest fan. That's uh, I mean, he just, I pushed him into starting a YouTube, where I'm here as a host on his podcast because
Not
of it,
mine.
but not you want to put it all out there. A busy highway and a kill counter. I'm done.
I know.
They'll be like,
So many
does
people
he
driving
have that
past
many
are not
kills
gonna
in
know
real
what that
life?
is.
I'm scared now.
Somebody's gonna be
Fuck.
For the record, I'm at 3.1 million on my account and 5,500 hours in Destiny 2. Two, not counting one. That's how the
off.
billboard was
Hats
started.
off.
I'm surprised we're not getting like a updated, like that should be your intro is, hi, I'm Shady Vale 35, I have, and then say your current amount of kills and hours and even maybe even minutes.
Well, if you go
That should
to
be
my
your-
channel, the tag on my channel is over 5,000 hours played, over 3 million kills. That's my tag. So I took care of that, Dread. Thanks for the advice.
Okay.
Any
All
more
right,
questions?
hats off.
CC, or?
I give it up. No, I actually ran with 3 questions, but I hear from my little ghost here that Dim has a question for all of us.
Ooh.
Okay.
What podcast does that? Has the guests do the interviews? Wow, that's original. Dread,
Just swapping roles a little bit.
you guys gotta change.
question
Wait,
here
Dread,
is-
BC, you gotta switch sides of the table. You gotta switch sides.
Oh crap.
Oh.
He owns the table. I could get my table, but it might
Well,
take a
you guys
second.
both have to get up and move to the other side, and then
Okay, hold on. I have to
re-emote.
get- Okay, I got.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, and yeah,
There we go.
I'll take
You guys know right from left.
2 cream,
Congrats.
2 sugar. Thank you. This question actually is something that I've been thinking about a lot, even if I wasn't like conscious of thinking about it. It's I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it. Why did you stop or take a break from Destiny in the past or now? If you haven't, what would make you?
All right. Well, this is my segment, so I'm answering first. I handled the
Alright,
question.
that's
I handled
fair.
it, so I'm answering
That's
first.
fair.
You can
fair.
call out everybody else.
Okay.
I gotta pull back something. You already took one title from me. You're gonna take my job next.
You can
Um,
still keep the title, man. I was just, I mean, just a random billboard. I can't think of a better idea.
Well, what would stop me from playing Destiny?
Like, it would have to be related to the game, not just something like in the meat space that we call our lives. Something in game.
Space.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, I almost did not. I did buy the season pass at the beginning. I pre-ordered. I almost did not pre-order because I was feeling kind of the content drying up and becoming a bit more grindy. Truthfully, the reason that I bought this season, that I pre-ordered this season, was due to my son because we use this to interact with each other when he's not with me because we live in separate households. So that would have calmed down my play, if not ended it altogether because, a lot of the stuff that's available free, it really dries up really quick and might not have been anything for me to play. Is there something that I could think of that would just completely halt all Destiny gameplay for me? Or let me
Or even
clarify.
if it's,
Destiny
it might
2?
not necessarily have to be, like you've already said that you've taken breaks, right? Basically. Or have slowed down.
I definitely do not play near as much as I used to. 100%.
Right.
The grind completionist in me is no longer. It's no longer an issue. There was a completionist in me that I wanted to get everything, but when I realized there were certain things that I just couldn't get at certain points in time, that part kind of subsided.
Right.
I now generally I play to be stronger than my kid. So when my kid gets on, if he needs to go through something, I can shepherd him through it.
Right. Okay.
So if my son ever gives up on Destiny, I'd be I'd be one foot in the grave. The other foot would be if my friends stopped playing. I'd have to say that's what it would be. My community, my
Damn,
friends, my family.
this is a hard question. I don't know if this fits the tone of the podcast. Jeez, for asking this, but
yeah.
I think it's an important question.
BC's just a little
Wait.
long-winded. It's all good.
Ooh.
You're
I'm
almost
sorry.
making me cry.
Not everybody can be a meow meow.
All right, Dread, who's next?
I mean,
Who's next, Dread? Selena's next? Dread?
Selena, go ahead. Since
oh,
you
I
are talking.
do right since I so
Go
rudely
ahead.
interrupted.
Meow meow.
Let's go.
Meow, meow. No, for real. But I mean, there's many things. But I've paused in the past, taken hiatuses in the past, months long, because other games that I'm interested in came out. Namely, recently, Final Fantasy VII. Which we will talk about maybe, possibly, I don't know, maybe. But also before that, Horizon Zero Dawn. But yeah,
Good game.
a couple of games that will definitely tear me away. Good games from Destiny, but I still consider Destiny my main game that I constantly come back to, just because even if it has gotten a little grindy, it's still fun. I just like.
So don't look for you later this year when Horizon comes
Oh
out.
yeah, just not for a chunk of time at least. I'll be back, but not for a chunk of time. Yeah, but yeah, it's just such a solid game. And I just like killing things.
You like shooting stuff. I think that's what brings a lot of people into Destiny. Is they want to shoot guns.
Guns that
And
feel good,
stuff.
and the killing mechanic.
And there are a bunch of
is
there's just
so
They
guns
want
for
to pop
everybody.
supers and
There's
throw
a lot
shit
of
at
there's just a lot of variety, a lot of different ways to play the game, a lot of different it's just
Space magic.
And I mean, I don't do a lot of online other games, like I said. Final Fantasy and Horizon Zero Dawn aren't really multiplayer games.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is, and that's another reason I come back to it, is for like the social aspect. So
I
it's good.
think, I bet everybody's answer will incorporate the whole you come for the shooting stuff and then you stay for the community.
Nice.
I'd say everybody
like
will
that.
have a little bit of that.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah,
Answer.
I'm gonna before VA's answer because Shady stole my emote. This is my tantrum right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alright, VA, you're up. What do you think?
So I've taken some breaks, usually due to real life, just limiting my time. But in the game, there's been times that it just has gotten grindy. In fact, I just took a 3-day break last week because after reset, I was just like, ugh, I just was not feeling it. But like you said, it's also the people. I hit a rough patch in 17 and 18, and my clan was in this game was actually a chunk of my support system. Other parents going through problems with special needs kids, and I lost my dad while playing Destiny 2, in fact. Like I was in a strike and took a break to figure out something and realized that he had passed because he was at home in hospice. So they were just amazing, and they're like, "We're here when you need it, for you. Come back when you can." so just, I had 2 years of real life that was really rough, and I don't think I would have gotten through it as well if not for my Destiny mates. So that's a large chunk of why I do come back. I made friends
That's
in this
amazing.
game.
Yeah, that's sweet.
What is it? That makes me think. Some people, my girlfriend just said it to me the other day. It's just a game, but they don't understand. While I'm playing this game, life is happening all around me. And before I got in the game, life was happening. But after the game, stuff was happening. And so that's the same with every single person that you talk to on a daily basis. So is it just a game? Yeah, but the friends you make, they're pretty real.
They're real.
They're
welcome to the
in
welcome to
your
the
life.
podcast sponsored by Kleenex.
Right?
I mean, it's real, but also for me, it's the cross section of people that are in gaming. Because I'm a lifelong gamer. Like, I play D&D, and I've played it online through Roll20.net, and there's stories that friends I've made over the last 26 years. My current gaming group has been in some configuration for 26 years, and we've got great stories in the game that we still talk about years and decades later. So in Destiny, for me, it is the people, but I also got suggestions during that rough time with my son in 2018. I got some suggestions as to services to help him, services for me, and just being there because of the cross section of people that are that play this game. So that's the other thing too, is you're not alone, and sometimes the other people will bring up something you may not have thought of.
Man.
Right. It's crazy to have like a whole window into the world, even if you're closing yourself off in a hard time.
So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw in here at the end of this section, Dim, you can't have my job. Back
That's
up,
alright. You
homie.
can keep it. That's too much work, man. I don't want to talk that much to people.
Every week.
But
I
I
other
mostly like talking. You know, I'd be a bad
Though-
interviewer.
that I can't tell. That was a great section, man. That was a great question. Thank you.
It was a
very
great
much.
question because it covered our roundtable also. So that was 2 segments in one.
Nice.
And,
And my answer, I haven't answered that question. I'm gonna steal Dread's
Oh.
answer. He's gonna put me on a billboard. I'm gonna steal his answer. Dredd said this gave him the freedom to play other games. Or was that Selena? One of you said it gave you the freedom to play other games, and I like that because I played other games. I played Ghost of Tsushima. I'm playing Battlefield 1. I'm playing poker. I'm playing Borderlands again. I'm not dialed into Destiny 24/7 because the content's kind of slow right now. You can kind of branch out and experience some variety. It's it's like cheating on your wife for a while. That's okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Now,
Wait, you lost me. What now?
I do not endorse that at all.
I mean, it's okay
well,
if she
probably a lot
agrees,
cheaper
right?
than if you do.
I get the metaphor, but I
Well,
don't.
if she agrees, I don't think it's cheating at that point.
All of my wife's
think
content
that's an
lasted a
arrangement.
month.
Content.
All of my wife's content lasted a month, and then the next 2 months was nothing. All right, moving
should've
on.
laughed at
Selena,
that.
Selena, you are up. What's the name of your section here?
Hot topics.
Excellent.
Ooh.
So yeah, I find it difficult to come up with a topic, but Dim, actually, thank you
only
very much.
10 million.
You helped me. I know. Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm much better with direction. But yeah,
you.
so hot
In the
topic
right direction.
of the week is basically I have been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake recently, trying to play it at night and like dedicate like Destiny time to like when most of the other people that I play with are on, and then when I have late evenings off, I'll switch off to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is amazing. By the
I
way,
concur.
if you enjoy Final Fantasy, I highly recommend it. So along that line, the only reason I did start playing it though is because Dim, thank you very much again.
You're welcome.
Turn me, yeah, you're welcome. No, sorry, I wasn't waiting for. Sorry, I wasn't waiting for a response. My brain just farted out.
Me too.
So, yeah, no, he told me if y'all are PlayStation Plus members, it is worth it sometimes.
Yes.
This game was free, and is still free if I am not mistaken.
You are correct.
On
It
PlayStation
is.
Plus right now, and I highly recommend downloading it. I did get a extended hard drive for Christmas, which thank you to my sister. Love you. That was my awesome Christmas present this year. So all the games that I previously was too scared to download on my wee little PlayStation 4, just basic model, got that, and I just am going to town on some of these free games now. So that is my hot topic: is free games, like on
Nice.
PlayStation Plus. If you're a member,
It's a $60
like what do you?
game.
Well, yeah, it's a
Get it for
$60
free.
game. You're getting it for
If
free.
you want it.
Yeah.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
Right. All of that. So, just curious though, if anybody in the group or anybody out there watching got a PlayStation Plus account and used it, and what games they really like from their free selections. And if you're an Xbox user, if there's an equivalent to that, I'm assuming that there is.
Game
What are the
Pass,
games?
I think it's called.
Thank you, VA. Awesome. Knowledge is power. But yeah. So what are you guys, if any, your things that you take advantage of
Prominence
with your PlayStation
Poker,
Plus?
Super Mega Baseball 1, fishing game, pinball. I've had like 10 free games. I mean, 10 free games that you just, I mean,
Heck yeah.
and I
You
get
just
a
rattled off, like,
reminder.
5 or 6.
I get
So
a
nice.
reminder every month from PlayStation going, "Hey, it's a new month.
Yes,
check out our
Hundreds
games."
of dollars. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
From
No,
free
it's awesome.
games.
It's awesome.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So,
I
Okay.
agree.
like we're
I
sponsored or
play.
something.
I play Prominence Poker. I got the remake, the Final Fantasy remake. I had gotten it previously on my account from my son's account, and so now I have it on my own, so it's not locked out. But there's been a number of games. I think it was last month was Tomb Raider, which I
Yeah.
had seen, but I just wasn't willing
That's
to
right.
drop the $50 or $60 for it. But I'd heard nothing but good things, so now it's in my library for if I get burned out on Destiny for
There you
some
go.
strange reason.
There is
you
a
wanna
great
play
there's a great
some-
free game out there. It's called Destiny 2. It's a great game. I recommend it to
Oh yeah,
anyone.
that is free.
It
It is
No,
free.
exactly.
Forsaken
Nice.
is free.
If you want a half baked experience during
Yeah.
the free stuff,
But a good
You
chunk
can't
to
even
like
get
at
into
least get
fire
you a
teams.
flavor if you know.
It
It's
does.
nice to get a flavor for free. Like it's Baskin Robbins. It's a tiny little scoop of ice cream. Here you go.
that's
You
a
get to
good
taste it.
analogy for it.
You
It's
get
not
to taste it.
Froyo. What did you say?
No, Baskin and Robbins, 31 flavors. Tiny spoon, you taste.
Selena, does that conclude your segment?
Hold
Oh,
on.
did anybody else?
I didn't throw
I was
in
gonna say,
yet.
did
I'm
anybody
gonna
else
say,
have
a
you
game
with me?
didn't, and
Yeah.
Dim didn't.
Hot top. Wait, what?
Not quite.
You gotta sing it. You gotta sing it.
I'm not.
Oh, no,
BC,
it's
was
me.
there a
Sorry.
game or any games that you got from PlayStation Plus that you really
I've-
liked?
I've been a PlayStation Plus member for a while, actually, and so I focus majority of my time on Destiny, and I'll admit, buying games just doesn't appeal to me anymore because I know I spend so much time on Destiny. I don't play many other games, so
Same.
buying a game feels like a waste of money because I feel like I won't play it. I try, I'm not going to say some things, but I've had a couple of friends buy games for me that I've tried to play, but I just don't seem to have the time to delay I won't say delay. I don't have the time to
commit to it.
Ghost of Tsushima is a wonderful game a friend purchased for me that
You're welcome.
I said it. Okay, fine. I was trying to be nice. Yes, Shady bought me Ghost of Tsushima. My friend Nude, who hopefully eventually will be a guest,
Oh, that'd be
bought
awesome.
me Bloodborne, and I've played
That's a
both of the
decent game.
games, but I feel like I've not devoted as much time to them as I should have because of so much the time that I spent on Destiny. Having PlayStation Plus and having those free games that come out, lots of times they put out games that I like. Metal Gear Solid 5 is on there. that's a game that I played. A funny story, the new Batman, Arkham. I
Mm-hmm.
played. That was a free game, and funny enough, I downloaded it on my system as a free game. Completely forgot that I bought it. I
Oh,
had the disc sitting in my house and never used the disc, but downloaded it and played the free version
Dang.
when it came out on PlayStation Plus until I realized, like, I own this game. It's taking up space on my PlayStation for no reason because I have the disc. Um, but yeah, there are plenty of free games that have come out on PlayStation that I've played. What was it? Infamous Second Son was one of the first games that I
mm-hmm.
played. I went through that and got 100% on that one, and it was a free game. It was quite enjoyable. So, yeah, definitely PlayStation Plus is is definitely a benefit and something that I enjoy having. I do have a library of games that I have not played because of it.
But that's the point, I think. I think the point
Yeah.
is for you to like be able to have interest in this game that you see, have it be free, be able to download it, and then come to it like
Whenever.
at your leisure,
And
at
then
your
get the extra,
leisure.
the add-on packs, which give Sony their money as well. Wasn't
Right.
Horizon? I think
They get
Horizon Zero
compensated in
Dawn
other ways.
was
So
one of
yes,
them.
eventually.
Queen.
Surprisingly,
Yes. So yeah, the Final Fantasy VII thing I think is just again like one of those little spoons where you get to taste it and like because obviously it's
Now
not
you
a
must
full
buy
completed
part
game.
two.
You must you love part one, you must buy part two as soon as it comes
whenever they
out. I
put it
think
out.
that's their insurance kind of on that.
That's
Dim, were there any
the
games?
drug dealer in the corner. The first one's free. There you go.
What
There
is
you
it?
go, exactly.
Shady will like
Yeah,
my
kind of.
answer. Borderlands, the Handsome Collection was free,
Yes. Okay.
and I downloaded
Nice.
it, and me and my girlfriend played it together
Nice.
and beat the game. That was the first game
Nice.
she's ever played all the way through,
Well, that's sweet.
and she said that she had fun. I don't know if she was lying.
No, it's a good story.
She'll never
Sweet.
tell.
Good story. 6 million guns. What's not to like?
Okie doke. Dim, any other games besides that? Borderlands?
Um, you guys mentioned a lot of them that I have,
Okay.
and I have many more that I can't possibly think of.
Oh, of course. Yes, I'm the same way. Wink, wink. All right. Hot Topics is over.
Thank you, Selena. Good segment. Strong segment. All right, up next is VA. VA, what is your section called?
Today, it's top three, and this week's specific topic is what are the top three changes or wish list items you'd like to see in Destiny?
Let's keep this
Like whether it's a
keep
store,
this short.
kind of short, yeah.
We don't
Is
want
it like
to. We're not going to want to dive into
we
every
don't want to
15
go
answers.
through, right?
So just, I mean,
Like,
I'm not.
is there a story angle that an NPC you'd like to see worked with? Is there a gun you'd like to see back? Is there a relatively simple tweak to a current game mode or event? So, who wants to go first?
I like it.
I can go first.
Okay.
That's me, Dim. One thing that I would like to see is actually a game mode in the Crucible where it's basically normal Crucible, but you don't have any abilities. But you do have like your shield and everything. But that way it's just guns and jumping.
Literally just a gunfight.
Ooh,
You have guns.
call back.
You
That
can't
could be
throw
interesting.
you can't throw any supers out or no grenades, and I don't know what they would call it. They've gotten close to it with the what is it called? They took it out of the game. I forget what it was called. Momentum.
Oh,
They were
okay.
kinda
Yeah.
getting
Because
close
they
to that, but you still
nerfed
had
all the
supers.
ability regen.
Yeah,
Unless you
yes.
killed somebody. Yeah.
But
That's close to a callback to like, speaking of Halo, but like GoldenEye and stuff where you could, put those specific restrictions on, like slappers or something like that, and where you couldn't do stuff like that. That actually does sound good, yeah.
It'd be
I
an
mean, if it
interesting
didn't work,
take.
they could just they could just delete it if it didn't work. And also, I would also like to see more cool emotes and weapon ornaments, because whenever I see something I really like, I buy it. So that's how they can make money, is make cool stuff.
Good answer. I can go
Awesome.
next. I got three statements to make. Palindrome, Raised Lighter, and Gallahorn. Please.
What's the second one? Because in
Raised
case
Lighter?
anybody like me who didn't
It's a
play
sword.
D1.
It's a sword, uppercut solar sword that did so much damage
It was
to
from
solar
that
bosses.
pit boss in D1, right? With the
Yes, I'm trying to think what it was called.
Mm,
What was his name? Damn it. See, why do you do this every
I
week?
know.
Okay.
Well, Palindrome's back, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
Palindrome
is.
is back.
Is it like D1 Palindrome? Because it's probably
I don't
not.
know.
It's
I haven't
Um,
earned one
the
yet, so I
Destiny 2
don't know.
version of the Destiny 1 palindrome.
Yeah, because they've tweaked all the guns that they've brought back from D1 just a little bit.
Selena, Ala Cool?
That sounds
Similar.
like it's, yeah, I think
It's
that sounds
almost
like
that.
it, or if it's not that, that's,
It's close.
yeah.
That's the best I can do. It's close.
But yeah, it's the one where
Okay.
Eris and her team go and
Yep.
and
Who's
die.
next?
And I can go real quick. Zalo Supercell. I miss my Zalo
Oh
Supercell.
God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
You
my
were
gosh.
you were a god with that.
Oh my god, it was so amazing. It was just an amazing gun. Everybody was a god with it. I miss my Zala Supercell. What else do I miss? I miss my Revive Sun Singer.
Yes.
Self-res.
Sun Singer.
Self-res.
Yeah, my self-res.
Self-res. Break the
Um,
game.
Self-res.
Yeah, I miss that. I don't know. Maybe some of the just like gear. I had some nifty little hunter looks in D1 that I kind of miss. I've got some old pics of.
I like the chroma. The chroma was awesome.
Oh
in
gosh, yeah, I
D1.
do miss the
It
chroma.
Really look
Scrapbook.
good.
And listen to Nickelback while you look at them.
That was a look at this
Yeah.
photograph. Every time it
Just
makes
bawling
me
your
laugh.
eyes out.
No, but
No.
yes.
Okay. It's a good image, though.
Okay, can I slide in here next? Is that okay?
To these DMs.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
So I'm gonna say a little bit more customization when it comes to the way you set up your character. Like in D1, you had so many options on your skill tree. It feels like they're kind of trying to work it in with stasis, but stasis
Mm-hmm.
kind of sucks. So you don't get the full use. I feel like when they went to the three tree options and locked you in, it really hurt. I really like the ability to customize my character how I played. So I miss that. So I would like that back in um, as a function. Um, and I had a better answer or more answers, but truthfully, that's the one that is stuck in my head right now. So my part's really short because that's all I can think of.
Okay, so mine is I'd like to see them do something with Ikora because that poor lady has just been standing around with her thumb up her butt for a
Aw.
while, drinking lots of tea and just looking out over the horizon. She's got to be having some serious chapped skin at this point. But I'd like to see that. I'd also like to see a material swap. So you have a lot of one planetary material and you need a different planetary material. It would be nice to be able to swap it. Um, yeah, it's still kind of playing the economy a little bit in the game, but nothing's more annoying when you go, okay, so I really need an upgrade module, and I can get two of them because
Aw.
you haven't been on that particular planet for a bit. And right now you can't go to Spider and do any kind of swap unless you want Glimmer shards, or you have Glimmer shards. And we all know sometimes, yeah. And the last thing is, I'd like the Crucible modes to come back in the rotation because now you can choose control, but it's also within the rotation of the playlist. So by default, you're going to play a lot of Control, which I know some people like. Um, I get a little burned out thanks to Banner because it's 1 week, nothing but Banner,
Yeah.
Control
Yes.
all the time, as
And
opposed to
that's getting
rotating
ready to
through
come
it.
back.
I
It
miss
is.
Rift.
Actually, I
Sorry,
take
can
that
I
back.
amend my list? I miss Rift.
I didn't like it, but it was also one of those that if it came in, you just bounce back to orbit. Or put Rift back or put Rift into the rotation for the weekly. That's the other thing too, is they pulled
Right. Or
several of
more
them, like Rift.
objective-based Crucible games.
Objective
Like,
base would be so nice, but it's just
yeah.
Crucible modes in general. I think it really lost something when they shrunk it down so little, and then on top of
So
that
limited,
made
yeah.
Banner the same mode every
Yep.
single time. Like, I know some people don't like Clash, some people don't like
But
Supremacy,
yeah, Banner
but
should
they're
rotate
like
between the two, I feel like.
two or
At least.
like have the three modes that are there. But so that's it. Just some more Crucible modes would be nice. I think it lost something.
SRL.
I miss
Please.
that. I so miss that.
SRL. I never
Yeah.
experienced
That
it.
was my wind down at the end of the night after doing balls out and strike. Just do some SRL and kind of chill out, and then I'd be able to sleep better. But
I didn't find it
VA,
relaxing, but it was fun.
nice segment, VA. Nice job. High five on that one.
Thank you.
Woo-woo.
Okay, up next are fake Twitter questions. Now, last week I tried to be clever and I gave the fake questions a fake name right out of the Impractical Jokers, and I realized the segment didn't go over that well. But then when I watched it the second time, I figured out why. We are gamers. We see gamer tags nonstop. Weirdest, stupidest, craziest, dumbest tags nonstop. So
I
before,
got killed by mom's spaghetti.
okay, that's.
Nice.
I was gonna say, does anybody remember one that offhand that just doesn't make any sense?
Killer puppies. There was a killer puppy one, and I was just like, no. I'm like, I wanted to kill them so bad. So
Gamer
bad.
names fascinate me because when you're born, your parents give you a name, and most people hate their given name. But when you become a gamer
Terrible.
and you log in and it says, what's your name? You can pick anything in the universe, and people pick the stupidest things. I went over this with Selena one time.
Yeah.
I met a guardian. His name was a piece of burnt toast. And Selena goes, so in the Crucible, if you get killed by this guy, it's going to say you were killed by a piece of burnt toast.
That's
your-
not
hilarious.
too bad.
It's hilarious.
I like that one.
In the Crucible only, if he's a blueberry on your fire team, you're like, the hell is this guy? That's the best you can come up with. I need a name.
But
What's in your hand? Piece of burnt toast. There you go.
But
like it.
It's genius.
Conversely, though, is the ones that are kind of offensive. There's some that are pretty crude, lewd, and or just barely skirt the censor, and obviously not Sony. Sony gets weird. Some of them come through, and I'm like, really? Because every other game I've ever played, that would not fly. But that, so yes, there's some that are stupid as all get out, but there's some that, like the I spanked your mom last night, and it was like, okay then, thanks.
Yeah. Coming from, the perspective of a mother, I get it.
We've
Like,
seen a
from you.
lot of that when the cross save came out. Because people were bringing their Steam accounts over and
Yep.
had
And
their
that's,
names.
like I said, they were allowed. Yeah, like I said, Bungie to me, that's both a Steam or Xbox or whatever issue, but it's also a Bungie issue because I've been in games where the game itself goes, nope, not happening. Pick a different name. But I like the guild names. Those have been cute. There's been some great guild names. I'll have to do that for a segment sometime.
Okay, fake Twitter questions. I want quick answers, guys. I don't want questioning and why and when I was 3.
What was the question?
We haven't asked it yet. Just answer it quickly, and we're going to move it. We got 15 answers here, so let's go. Okay, Stump Beagle asks, if you had to build your pizza from the crust up, what would you do? Selena.
Thin crust, mozzarella, garlic cream sauce, grilled chicken, onion, mushroom. Yeah.
BC?
I'm really feeling Chicago style pizza right now, so I need like Chicago style crust, um, basic just sausage, mushrooms, onions, some green peppers. Yeah, Chicago, a Windy City style. Mm,
Nice.
that's what I'm
VA?
feeling right now.
It'd be a pan crust with the garlic sauce, pepperoni chicken, and bacon.
Dread.
Nice.
I would get a Detroit deep dish, barbecue chicken.
Nice. Next
Nice and
question. I
simple.
want just a title, not a reason. Just a title. Guy who took it to ask, you guys talk about Destiny a lot because you love it. Is there a game that some of you aren't that fond of? Just the title, no reason. I'm going Fortnite. I'm not a BR guy. That's PvP. No, not having it. Selena?
I don't like Fortnite, but I do appreciate what they done.
Their business model is genius, but I don't
yeah.
like the game.
Yes, I can
This
respect
is-
the business model.
This is gonna be an unpopular opinion, I feel like.
Good, you get the bad comments.
Right. I'm gonna say God of War.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey
I'm
Dim,
sorry.
you want to be be our host next week?
Like it's
I'm going to put a
be
bad
unpopular
comment
opinion.
on my
I'm
channel.
Not really a
Sony
huge
might
fan of
actually
God of
ban your
War.
account now.
I know.
All right, VA, what do you got?
That's their baby.
I would have to say probably Minecraft.
Okay. There's
That
no
is-
explanation,
yeah.
sir.
It
BC?
doesn't get it.
She stole Minecraft, so I'm gonna go Roblox.
Okay. This is a real
Now you
quick
make me
one.
have to look it up.
By Curious George asks, what's your main? Real quick. I mean, come on, what's your main? I'm a hunter
Warlock.
only. I'm a hunter only.
Warlock.
Warlock with the side of hunter.
Warlock all the way.
VA? What was it?
It's a warlock all the way.
Okay, so we
Yes,
got 300s and 2 warlocks in here. Not a titan? Wow. I guess the chemo worked. There's no cancer in here. That's awesome.
Womp womp.
We're keeping our wax content low.
Okay, this next title, no explanation.
No,
A Long Squirts asks, what is your favorite sitcom of all time?
Ooh.
Oh dear, I don't watch many of those.
BC?
Pressure.
Selena?
I'm gonna say Friends / Community.
Okay.
Highly
Both-
rewatchable,
both
both of them,
valid.
and one's just a demented version of the other.
I've seen Friends 3 times, the whole series, and I've seen Community twice. Valid. VA?
There you go.
I'd have to go, I guess, Roseanne. I just don't watch many sitcoms.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, Dread?
Growing up, though, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll just say Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Nice.
Valid.
It's not a bad show.
BC, you had some time.
Of Queens.
Oh,
Nice
nice.
one.
Okay. I had to flip a coin between old school and new school. New school would have been The Office. Old school is Cheers, and Cheers won.
Cheers.
Ooh,
man.
Cheers.
11
came to mind for me, too.
11 seasons of gold, that was.
Yeah, Cheers came to mind for me, too. It's so good.
Okay, Helena Bottomfarter asked, what was the last movie you saw in the theater?
Ooh. God, that's been so long ago. Oh, my God.
My quiz.
That's been so long ago.
Yeah, it has been so long. What's a theater, someone
Oh my
might ask.
God.
Seriously.
AMC to the moon, baby.
Oh, my God. I can't. I know.
All right,
I've seen
I'll
a
go
movie.
first.
Go ahead.
Mine's 12 years ago. I took my kids to see Up, and I liked the movie. That's back when
12
Pixar was
years
good before
ago.
Disney bought them.
Oh,
Jesus.
man.
12 years ago. Crazy.
12 years ago, yeah.
My answer, Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh my God.
Fine, I'll go.
Dread, go.
I've seen Rise of Skywalker in theaters.
Oh, okay.
Because my girlfriend had never seen Star Wars, so I was like, you have to watch all of them now. So we watched all of them, and that one was in theaters when we got to that one. So.
Nice. Anybody else got an answer? Lena?
VA?
VA, BC?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember
I'm trying to
what
think.
it was.
Okay, a
So
theater.
Theaters. It's
That's
been
sticky.
so long ago.
You have
Shush.
$10 popcorn and a $15 drink.
I'm trying to think, like... I mean, Get Out was like one of the last ones I remember seeing in the theater, but that was so long ago. I've had to have seen one since then. I think I saw one of the newer Star Wars movies in the theater. So that came after Get Out, right?
I think so. Mine would have been Star Wars and Cats. They both came. I know. Cats was one of the few movies I'm like, can I please have those 2 hours of my life? And thank God for AMC A-list.
I would have gone on some substances and just really enjoyed it. It's the only way you could.
If I could with my job, I probably would have, because yeah, I think the only movie in recent history I've hated worse than that was probably Transformers: The Last Night, and that's only because I'm a G1 fangirl since '84. So
yeah.
But
anyone not answer?
Hard. Movies, oof.
BC did not answer.
What's
and
BC's
I'm
answer?
gonna have to
I
say
can't remember one that came out.
I cannot remember the last one that I actually saw, but I'm gonna have to say Deadpool 2.
Okay.
But
I think that was
the
2019.
one that I remember enjoying most, I went for Halloween and watched Rocky Horror in the theater.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Classic. That
nice.
counts. Doesn't have to be a new release.
Nope. Okay, last question. Knowing this group, we may run the table with 5 yeses on this. And if you answer yes, we need a short explanation, not something drawn out, just real quick. David Krappenschitz asked, have you ever been nude in public, intentionally or otherwise?
No.
BC?
Yes.
Quick recap. Intentionally, unintentionally, skinny dipping?
Intentionally.
Okay.
I've been skinny dipping. There's a park table, a couple of places that people might not want to eat at.
There's a law in New York State. You can't sit on the table.
Oh my god.
She can.
Okay, we heard VA. She said no. So, Selena?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Similarly along the lines of BC, but I didn't desecrate any park property
That you know of.
No, I'm very aware a tree is perfectly fine. Maybe it was a squirrel's home. I don't know, but that's the worst. Like, we just used it for balance purposes. It's fine.
I was gonna say no, but you brought that up.
Upon reflection.
Yeah, I need a
You need to amend. You need to amend your yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mine would be yes, with a policeman going, hello,
Oh,
this is a patrolled parking lot.
This is a
was
Wendy's.
there a knock on the window?
There was a knock on the window. Luckily things were done.
And this was just the afterglow moment.
Yes. And we saw the flashlight coming our way, and I managed to be covered enough to not completely be mortified. But he actually asked for my license to make sure I was of age.
Oh, okay.
I was quite
responsible.
He asked you for your phone number?
Yes.
He didn't open the door and be like,
no,
"Welcome
he
to
did
Chili's."
But yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, that was my amended
Okay.
is yes.
All right, my answer is yes. But I've been to a nudist facility that it was required almost, and there was 100 people there. We were all just naked, no big deal.
Yeah.
And I also want to nominate this Twitter question as the best ever, because that got the best reaction of any question I've asked in 3 years. And we ran the table. Who called the shot? I called the shot. I said, we're going to, 5 of us, I know you guys, we ran the table. Okay, last quick segment. We're going to go over stats from last week. Views in our first podcast was VA just got kicked, I think.
Yeah.
I can hear VA, or at least I could
I
hear VA,
can't.
but she couldn't hear anybody else.
Yeah, I think I lost.
I
the-
cannot
I got her
hear
now.
them.
I got her now. All right, the
All right,
views
show.
We're good?
Must
for our
go.
first
Okay.
podcast, the views were 71. For our second podcast, we're like 120. So that's a significant increase. Last week we had no comments. It didn't come from one of us, so no comments last week. And Selena only dropped the F-bomb twice last week, and she's at 0 for tonight. A new personal record.
Don't
She went
jinx it.
an hour.
She could have had one in there.
No, I don't
Don't
think so.
find
I've
one.
been listening.
I'll find it.
Okay. When it comes to likes, we have, between Selena's channel and mine, we have 4 likes. But on my channel, we have a dislike. And I have a conspiracy theory here. During last week's pre-production meeting, I mentioned to everyone that my channel's been on for a year, and I've never asked for a like or a subscription, but I've never had a negative comment or a thumbs down. And an hour later, we got a thumbs down.
Speaking of jinxing yourself.
Does somebody want to fess up now, Selena, that you would do
I don't
that
even watch my own stream.
just to be
Why
the first
would I
one?
watch anybody else?
A whole year and an hour after I say that, bam, thumbs down. Come on.
I think you're giving me way too much credit here for, like, 1, attention span, 2, follow through.
And also, but you have to remember, Selena really believes in that, so she wants it to be true.
Squeeze me?
Yeah, you always are fucking getting out. Okay.
Oh, Dread!
Hey, it's at the end of the video. It's at the end of the video. It's fine. I looked it up today, and you can cuss. You can say the F word. Just not at the beginning of the video.
Oh, my Lanza.
We made it a whole hour, and
It wasn't her.
an hour and
It was
1
our
minute.
guest.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was getting ready to call Selena out.
I
Because
retract
she
that
always
offer
calls
of being
me
a
out.
host.
All right, bring it back. Bring it back.
All right, that's
BC,
fair.
BC. Any idea who's going to be on the guest for next week? Any idea?
Well, actually, we might have a pair of guests next week. They should be coming back from vacation.
What's her name?
Ooh.
So we might have TDS and Envious on next week.
Okay.
And they're a father-son, yes?
They are.
Okay.
That's the hook.
Gotta be an interesting dynamic.
Okay, well, we're at the end of the show. I'd like to thank everyone for being here. BC, thank you very much. Selena, thank you very much. VA, thank you very much. Dread, thank you very much for coming. You were definitely a candidate for a future
Short
guest.
notice.
And, well, we asked you
But
like days ago.
I
You
made
said
it.
no, and then I talked you into it. So,
Well, I didn't know it was going to be so mild outside. I thought it was going to be hotter.
okay. You're also a candidate for a guest host when, if need be, when VA has to be moving or I don't think this is fun anymore, then you can just hop in.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't
You
know.
can't have my job.
It seems like a lot of work. I don't know about it.
It takes almost 5 minutes effort. And if anyone wants to see what it takes to make a mediocre podcast, just check out Selena Kyle 1981 YouTube channel. She streams the pre-production meeting, so you can see how the magic gets started. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want. What are you gonna say? I don't know.
There's
And
a
then we
lot of
just do it.
cussing in that one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not for children.
No.
definitely
much.
not.
Anybody else have anything else? We'll do it again next week. As BC said last week, same bat time, same bat channel.